Hi, my name is Tom Bell, and I was watching some TED Talks the other day, and I listened to Michael Pritchard, who really opened my eyes about the fact that, people are dying, particularly kids, every few seconds over not having enough water. And something popped into my head, and I wanted to explain this and share it with, everybody and anybody who's better at engineering and design than I am. But the basic idea is what the world needs is a very inexpensive nanofilter. And a nanofilter is small enough to, only let water pass through and leave out everything else at a very, very small scale. Some of the smallest viruses, I mean, if you're going to, come up with a nanofilter, you have to get everything that matters. And the smallest viruses are about 25 nanometers across. And that's very, very small. Problem is, manufacturing isn't very good at making, holes that small. The water has to get through. And something popped into my head. And if I'm right, and if there's people out there who want to help me, do this, I think a lot of lives can be saved. So I'm a very, very, very bad CNC router hobbyist, and I have some software called Aspire, and that's what we're looking at now, a very small section of the screen. And, I want to, very inelegantly explain what I'm talking about. I've done some research, and mostly with laser CNC, the heads can get small enough to be 1 micron. Now, a nanometer is 1,000 times less than a micron. So the problem is you just can't make holes very small with the kind of equipment that people have. And as nearly as I can tell, we're just about getting down to about 10 microns with 3D printing. I'm sure that's going to get better. And again, there's people out there a lot smarter than I am. But let me show you what I'm talking about. What we have here is a representative of, a bunch of 1 micron holes or 10 micron holes. Whatever we're starting with, whatever it is that we have access to now. And what I've done is these are 1 micron holes here, and they're spaced apart for this demonstration about 75%. So I'm going to bring in a second group. See, this is something that today's technology, a lot of tech that people have in their house as a hobby, can make very easily. And they're just plain simple circles. Now I'm going to bring in another group of circles to show you what I'm talking about. And you see those little overlaps? These overlaps right here. And again, this is not to scale, but it's going to make my point, hopefully. If you do 2 layers, one on top of the other, with the holes that we can make, what we're going to have is these tiny little gaps, and those are the gaps that the water would flow through for this example. Now, the circles have, of course, 4 opportunities for optimization, so let's bring in another group and show you what I'm talking about. So we're creating the same gaps at this level right here. And now we have the gaps here, and we can do it one more time by bringing in this group. I hope I get this right. Where do we go? Oh, like I said, nobody ever accused me of being very good at this engineering stuff, but we're going to bring that up, and we're going to zoom back in. We have our group in motion here, and we're going to create the 4th set of openings. So if we scroll in, again, this is not the scale, but I believe if the edges are clean, this can be done, is what we have is about as many as we can. So the technology would print, the one hole, and which it can do, and then it would, on a second layer, just move it over that, up or diagonally that fraction to create the second exact same pattern, leaving these tiny little openings. Now, I may not have it, exactly right. Again, nobody accused me of being a great engineer, but I think that this is the path to helping over 1 billion people not die of thirst with technology that we have today. So I would ask that, either, write me and tell me that I'm crazy, I'm on the wrong track, and I may listen, probably not. But if you do know about CNC routing, drilling, I've found drill bits as small as 5 microns. So that's a start. Or, 1 micron laser heads, or, the newest in 3D printing. This is something that real people can do. And I've designed a water bottle that I think can be manufactured for about 15 cents. That could put a fucking dent in the universe. Let's, if you believe in this, pass it along, share it, make some comments, and we can at least start a conversation about how to clean water for lots of people with technology that we already have.